Cotton.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Wright, congratulations on your nomination. I apologize for my tardiness. I've been presiding over John Ratcliffe's hearing at the Intelligence Committee. A geological survey recently found anywhere from 5 to 19 million tons of lithium reserves in the Smackover Formation, in particular in South Arkansas. Can you commit to working with my office to feasibly develop this rare and strategically vital supply of minerals?
Senator, thanks for your question. Thanks for your service to our country. And absolutely, this is a different lithium production technology to get it out of brines. There seems to be an enormous resource of it in Arkansas into the south of you. And I think that's an area of critical interest to our country and should be looked at, evaluated, and if it's commercially viable, developed.
Thank you very much for that commitment. One of the responsibilities of the Department of Energy that is sometimes overlooked is the national laboratories. We do everything from nuclear development to quantum computing and other high-tech cutting edge. Unfortunately, these laboratories are a target of foreign espionage. In fiscal year 2023, more than 8,000 citizens from China and Russia were granted access to DOE national labs out of a total of 40,000 foreign users. It's my opinion, and the opinion of many other senators, in particular on the Intelligence Committee, that the Department of Energy cannot continue to allow adversarial nations to exploit military and dual-use technologies for their own gain. What steps can you take to ensure that the department's national labs and other sensitive facilities are not compromised by our adversaries?
Thank you for the question, Senator. Thank you for your concern and focus on this issue. I've spoken at length today about what a treasure our national labs are, how they've transformed our country to where it exists today, and how they are really a vector to transform our country going forward as well. But if we have American innovation funded by American taxpayers, performed by American citizens, walk out the door and go to our foes for free and without knowing it, clearly that undermines our national security. That undermines our economic security. I'm aware of the problem in concept. If I have the privilege to be confirmed and serve in this role, I will quickly learn a lot more about the problem, including working with the team there and across the administration to find solutions to this critical problem you've identified. I agree with you about the gravity of the threat and the need to address it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll just say that in our experience, many of the personnel at the labs are brilliant scientists who go on to become managers, but oftentimes they have a purely scientific mindset, and they have it in their minds that they collaborate openly with fellow scientists from around the world, which may be fine if we're dealing with French scientists or Japanese scientists, but I'd say it's not the case with Chinese and Russian scientists. I'd also point out that the equivalent kinds of sites in China and Russia are not nearly so open to American scientists, and that would violate President Trump's treasured principle of reciprocity with foreign nations. Finally, another key responsibility of the Department of Energy that is sometimes overlooked is the National Nuclear Security Administration. It actually constitutes almost 50% of the department's budget. Can you give us assurances that you'll advocate that the NNSA receives adequate resources to complete this top priority mission for our national security?
Absolutely, Senator. I have significant concerns in that area. You know, our uranium enrichment capabilities in the United States have been denuded over the last few decades. Even our ability to produce plutonium pits has collapsed to nearly nothing. There's some efforts in place to reverse that, but I want to make sure they move as fast and expeditiously as possible. That is the ultimate guarantor of the sovereignty of our nation, is our nuclear arsenal. That is not something we can cut corners on and not worry about.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate, again, your testimony and your answers on these critical questions that are not always highlighted when you think about the Department of Energy, but they cross into our work on the Armed Services Committee and on the Intelligence Committee, where I believe we'll see you in the future as well, in addition to vital energy development questions like the Smackover Formation. So thank you very much for your testimony. Congratulations again. I look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Senator, particularly for working